In the previous video, we picked up this KFX50 off of Facebook Marketplace for $400, and then we got her running. And even though we got her running, unfortunately, she wasn't running right. So in order to flip this bike, in this episode, we're gonna get her going, cleaned up, and ready for sale. So let's get started. All right, guys, let's talk about the current condition of the KFX50. She will start up just fine. I'll show you here in a second. But, and she'll even idle fine. But when I shake the bike in any way, shape, or form, it just completely dies. So in my head, it's either the fuel delivery or something in the carb that's just messed up. And we might have to clean it again. So I'll show you real quick what's going on. And that's what we're going to try and fix today. So see if we can figure it out. Idle's fine. But then you shake it. Well, usually when you shake it, it dies. Yeah, so you shake it and then she dies. So my thinking is either the float bowl, the float height is not set correctly, or it's still a little gummed up in the idle screw. So we're going to take her apart and go from there. Actually, now that I think about it, we can stick the air filter on there. Kind of stubborn. And we got our fresh air filter. I wonder if this one's a little oily already, so I'm imagining it's already got enough oil to do the job. This filter's got a few pegs. Huh. So I suppose it goes over all 5 pegs just like that. Pretty easy. And it goes down to where that box closes. It's kind of like reminds me of a 5 horsepower Honda engine. Kind of similar to that. Like your tiller engines. We'll go ahead and put that back on. So the fuel filter is pretty gummed up. We're going to change that real quick. Pipe. Got to use the correct tool always. Oh, great. Just popped it off the carburetor. I don't know what's going on. This fuel filter's lost all composure. Oh, I'll show you here in a second if I can get it out. But this fuel filter's like smashed just from me trying to pull it off. It's pretty bad. It oh, look at this thing. It just twisting it completely destroyed it. So I think I have a spare fuel filter for golf cart that should work. For now, testing purposes, we're just going to drop it on there. See if it fixes some type of fuel delivery issue. I don't think this is the problem, but you never know. Wouldn't be the first time. All right. It's flowing good. All right, so now we have replaced the fuel filter, and we've also put the air filter on there. The spark plug's brand new. My guess is it still won't work right, but we're going to try it. Make sure we've checked all our boxes before we pull that carburetor off again. So here we go. See how it sticks? So it's definitely carbureted. It's definitely a carb. It's definitely a carb issue. So we're gonna have to tear that baby back off and yeah, see what I messed up on. Let's check it out. I tried raising the float a little bit, a tiny amount, hopefully, so that it would have just a little more height in the bowl so that when it shakes, it wouldn't just die. We're gonna test it without the air box first and see how that goes. So float height slightly higher. Let's try her out. It might be missing fuel. Oh, the battery's probably too low. That's a good sign. Let's give her the shake test. I think we got it. Yeah. Dang it. I still killed it when I shook it. So I pulled out the spark plug after even just a couple minutes of use. You're not gonna be able to see that. But she's pretty black and sooty. Is it possible we're actually throwing too much fuel at it? I wonder. Because this guy was like basically new and now he's already pretty black with very little run time. So I think we need to run her a little leaner. So maybe the float bowl was too high. And it's just drowning her in fuel. It's pretty black and sooty, so I think that might be the answer. So I highly doubt this is a problem, but it was running a C7 HSH, or sorry, C7 HSA, and when I got the tune-up kit, they sent me a CR7 HSA. It has the R in there, if you can see it, yeah. So we're going to put this new one in and see if it makes a difference. It looks pretty much the exact same. I think it's just the newer version. Yeah, it didn't make any difference. Okay, so we initially raised the float bowl thinking it wasn't getting enough fuel, and after looking at the spark plug, it was pretty wet, so lowered it. Now I think it's lower than it was before, and now we're going to try it out. I'll probably have to adjust the idle a few times to get it right, but we'll see how it goes. Here we go. I think we went too low. Dang it. it seems like unless I choke it and get all that gas in the carburetor with the air resistance, it won't run. We can try sticking the air box on there real quick and see if that helps. But it doesn't provide that much resistance. If it's just enough, it would run. We can try it, but I think I went too low. That I put down in words. All right, we'll put the air filter on. See if that creates enough resistance to get her to run. We're close. Okay, I think I got her a little higher. So originally we went up, then we went too far up, then we went too far down, and now I think we might have got the float height just right. So let's give her a shot. I got the airbox on. Might need a little more adjusting, but let's give her a go. No. Still dies when you shake it. Take 5, 6, 7, I don't know. Whatever. We're getting there. Well, she's not dying, but I have the idle screw all the way in. So I think I'm just a smidge off of where I need to be, which sucks. Because I've taken this thing on and off like 6 times now. There's still actually about a turn, maybe a turn and a half of flexibility on the idle screw, so I think we're about there. I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna put the flywheel fan back on. It air cools the head, because right now it's not being air cooled. It's not running hard, but we just gotta put that fan back on and put the plastics back on. Alright, see if she fires right back up. Not without a little fuel, which I find interesting. Oh, now she won't fire up at all. Alright, so I think I finally got this. Check it out. I can get on, shake it. It doesn't die. Idles well. Shuts off. Fires right back up. That took way longer than it should have. But we're finally there. Yes! Alright, let's put these plastics back on. Alright, so I just did a 5-minute drive with this thing. And the spark plug, see if I can get it to focus. This I put in a basically new one. I cannot get it to focus. Great. Well, anyways, still a little black and sooty, but the top is looking a lot better. And I think we're close. I'm going to run her a little more lean. See if I can get it to idle a little more lean. And then I think maybe we'll have it. So here we go. All right, she is running beautifully. I just did another, 10-minute ride around the yard in the dark, and she will shut right off. Fire right back up. Just like she was meant to be. Doesn't put out much air for a 50cc. But we'll get... It just died on me. But we'll get a video in the daylight. I have no idea why she just died. Huh. Whatever. We'll get a video tomorrow, whatever. Probably get those plastics back on. Get everything but the choke piece on because I still got to order that. My new chain didn't work out, but I'm going to maybe add a link. I don't know. It just doesn't ride on there very well. And I'm not sure why because the sprockets don't look weird. I need to look up whether there's adjustability on the rear sprocket where the axle is. I don't think there is, but I'll check it out online and then we'll get back with it. And hopefully we'll be riding this thing soon and then we'll get it up for sale. So I'll see you in a bit. Yo, let me tell you what. This KFX50 is kicking my butt. I have like easily 10 hours on this thing at this point. It's really getting me. So, I mean, yeah, it runs, but it continuously has fouled this plug no matter what I've done. Initially, let's see, we tried a new plug. Let's go around here. I tried pulling the spark arrestor off, thinking maybe it was clogged or dirty. Didn't fix it. I ran it without an air box, so just straight out the carb. Still running rich. I removed the choke here, and I was thinking maybe it was messed up and it was staying with the choke on. Didn't fix it. I just have it plugged right now, and just like threw some fabric in there, and still didn't fix it. I changed the pin position on the the clip on the pin on the throttle. Didn't fix it. Man, I don't know. It's got good fuel flow. I adjusted the valves, and what else did I do? I've tried a lot of things. I got to the point where I'm thinking somebody either drilled out this jet because it's an 85 jet and a 40 on the idle, which is what it's supposed to be. But I feel like maybe somebody drilled out this jet hoping to just get more out of it, and they just went too far. I don't know. That's kind of where my thinking is, because no matter what I do, it's running rich. I ordered this $30-some carburetor off of Amazon, and what I'm thinking is it'll rule out if it's a carburetor issue. If it runs good, I might just steal the jets and throw it in the Keyheim carburetor. I don't know. I'm going to throw it on there. I'm hoping for some good news because I cannot get this thing to not run rich. So I guess I'll see you on the other side. So see you then. So I doubt you're going to be able to tell, but on the right is the Keyheim one that was in there. And on the left is the Amazon jet, if I could get it to focus. Yeah, probably not going to happen. But there's a noticeable difference between the one that was in the Keyheim and the Amazon one. So it's definitely going to not run as rich with the jet from the Amazon one. So I'm going to try it and see if she runs good. I hope this is the cure. Okay. I finally got it. Just rode around pretty hard for about 10 minutes, kind of running her just to try and burn everything out that's on the spark plug. And I don't know if you can tell, but this looks significantly better. Man, I feel stupid. I took the valve cover off again and checked the valves, and the exhaust valve was 0.007, almost twice the spacing that it should have had. I don't know how it happened because I did a valve adjustment like on the first day. I don't know. Whatever the case, I put it back to 0.004, and now she's good. So finally, I got her a little wet, but finally we are gonna put these plastics on. They've been sitting in the corner over here for like
days. We're gonna put her back together, clean her up. I got a new light for the back light here. This light, I got this replacement. I got to put the spark arrestor back on. I got to connect like a bunch of stuff that I disconnected. But she is running crisp. We'll get some riding videos. And yeah, let me put this all back together and we'll give her a rip. See ya. You have to take the handlebars off to put this thing on. Wow. All right, we got pretty much everything back together. We got the plastics on, and it looks pretty darn good. I'm going to obviously give it a clean, but the only thing left is we need to fix the front and rear brakes. The rear brake cylinder up here, the pedal and cylinder combination is shot, so I ordered that. It should be in a day or two. And then the front brakes, we just need to check if it just needs adjusted or if I need pads. So let's find that out. You can see that the mechanism works. Interesting, there's no cotter pin on here, which is kind of weird. There's still a bit of pad left on here. You can see it looks like it's just too far away. It needs tightened. Hopefully that's all it needs. It just barely touches, so I think we can just tighten it. So we want to do the right one, which is the bottom one here. Oops. We just need to tighten it so that the cable pulls earlier. And there's only so much you can do. I'm going to go the other way. We want it pulling earlier. Probably blocking the camera like crazy. Right. Let's try there. Oh yeah. So now when you pull the brake lever, oh, it locks it. I might have went too far. So that's an easy fix. Let's throw this tire back on and move on. We'll add a castle nut, or sorry, we'll add a heck on it. What's that piece called? You can also use a cotter pin. No, normally it's a cotter pin. Instead, if you want, you can use a hitch clip. On a lot of these it will. Oh, these are way too big. Maybe not. There we go. As long as this goes back on, there we go. This one was out a little bit more than the other, but I still think it's gonna work. Looking at that camera, I noticed how like cockeyed it is, but well, let's give that a shot. And hopefully we have front brakes now. It will be completely rideable. Ideally, you want those rear brakes as well. Get that nice and snug. Check it out. And, oh yeah. Alright, we have front brakes now. That was easy. We'll get this here in the mail in a day or two. We gotta put the back light on. And we'll take her for a ride. Alright, let's go ahead and replace this light. It's definitely seen better days. So here's the new one that I got. You can tell it does have the threads, and then this just clicks in, which is right up here. So we can get rid of this entire unit here. Out with the old, in with the new. Go. Alright, next up we're going to change this brake lever and master cylinder out. This one just doesn't function at all, so let's get this out. Have your washers on each side. Out with the old. So this is what I got. It was off of eBay. It was specifically for this model. It's a little smaller. Has the electrical hookup here, just like this one. And yeah. Should work. On these Amazon ones, you don't want to go too tight. Seen lots of reviews where these just kind of snap off. Okay. Okay. Let's fill it up with fluid. see air. That's good. It's actually just dripping back here. Dang, it's not even dripping at the connection. We might need a new brake caliper. Oh, it has no pad. There's not even brake pads on there. Well, you got the back end plate. Huh. Well, that was never gonna work. Okay, well, we definitely need brake pads. There's nothing in there. So, that sucks. We'll put it back on for today. Clean her up. Get photos and put her up for sale. See if we can do a chain adjustment here. Oh man. Looks like it's gonna be a 14. There. Now you can see its movement options. There we go. That'll get the chain nice and tight. We'll try that out. Let's take her out.
right, well, we got her up for sale. We had $400 in the bike, $19 in the tune-up kit, $56 in the OEM rear light, another $25 for the front left brake. We had $17 in the Amazon chain that ended up not working out, and another $38 in the Amazon carb that also was a waste. So in total, we had $555 in the bike. I have it up for $1,200, but I'm willing to take as low as $1,000. Let me know what you think. See ya.